everybody! Welcome to the stream! Hopefully you were able to hear that. I did some work off-stream to make the streams a little bit more immersive. To make it a little bit more contained to itself. So, we started with Pokemon's National Park theme, which is not my own music. That is owned by Nintendo, owned by Pokemon. But I felt like it was fitting because I am the Pokemon guy. So, how are we doing today? Let me just make sure that I'm checking in on that. How are we doing? Hopefully we're all doing okay. So what are we doing today? We are playing some more 14, of course. I am hopelessly addicted. Because, my gosh, this game has caught my attention and has caught me in a bad, bad way. So, let's, without further ado, get into it. We're gonna try to not talk as much, because my throat is still bothering me from, like, Thursday. And a lot of it has to do with just constantly talking. And I don't want to do that. I want to be able to, like, just chill and relax. I'm only going to be reading the dialogue. I will read the dialogue, do the dialogue cutscenes, all that. But from place to place, I'll be kind of more limited on my talking. I'm taking some advice that I got. Because, like, man, I don't need to talk the entire time. Like, it's not necessary. But I will be here. I will be reading chat. So don't you worry. I will not miss anything. If you tune in, you're here. But let's get us to the big part of the show. So what that means is I'm going to say ta-ta for now on my look. I'm looking at me. So let's go ahead and say ta-ta for that. And then let's hit the wrong one. Hang on. All right. Let's have that start. And then here we go. So, as you can clearly see, we have done quite a bit to the character. Let's go over just a small amount of things at the beginning here. So, Ezrave has gone under some very big cosmetic changes, as you can clearly see. We have an insane looking piece of gear. So, that is not a real piece. It is a real piece of gear, but it's really much more of a glamour piece. So, I've been spending a lot of time doing some side content, as it were. So, you remember that PvP mode? Well, that is where I got this chest piece, and I also got the... And I also did something else. In our gear set list, you will notice that I started up another class. These classes will not be played during our main playthroughs of stuff, but we now have a full-fledged Scholar route. We have a full-fledged Summoner and Scholar, meaning we do have a DPS class available to us. I figured it would be fun to do all of that because it'd be a fun time. So, that is what we are doing. That is how we are going about it. But, let's get started on our actual questing. If you have any questions on any of that stuff that I did off screen, go ahead and ask us. You can see that I am level 33. I did not mean for that to happen, but it did. I was playing some side content on my own time the other day, and I accidentally got to level 33, and then I was playing more, and I probably should have stopped. But let's go ahead and accept this. When the Order of Naldthal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. Thanks to me, nigh endless beastman raids, folk are too afraid to come within a mile of here. Sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give it up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Whining about won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my way, spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant. Masked man, bah! I'll take you, bloody masked man. I know what I said, but vague rumors are all I've got. Know about him? Go and ask the other merchants. Okay. The Trail of the Masked Man. I have heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. Said that he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious, and that's all about all I can say, little though it is. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. I've been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Quarren raids. None but the most devout pilgrims, blah blah blah, so he hasn't seen the guy. Shocker. Son of a gun, it's not. Man, it is coming down today. I've seen the rain in this game a lot, but like, not as much. I've heard tell of the Masked Devil. Seems he's been appearing not only about Highbridge, but elsewhere about Fenland too. Enough folk have reported him to convince me he's more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. Why did I hop on the bird? I'm just gonna have to get right back off. Judging by your expression, you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Quarren raids are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. And we are now level 34. I knew that was gonna happen as soon as we turned Black Question. I was like, man. I finally got some honest-to-God's information on your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own two eyes. I was out for an evening stroll, minding my own business. I noticed a column of smoke rising over a cliff. Rising from a cliff at Thou's Respite. Curious, it took myself to there to find a masked man. Your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if an answer, some Quarren appeared soon after. We began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. The group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use the smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So what do you think? Yeah. That sounds like a great plan. Let's head there. A bit of a ride. Well, that's intimidating. You see that over there? Anyway. Strange that wasn't a Corporan, but a soldier of the dead. That seems interesting. I did not mean to do that. I keep doing it. The scroll. There's a prayer to Rauga the Destroyer. Is you familiar? Rauga is the guardian deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Guardian rule. It's highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. Wager my last skill that your assailant was Alamigan. Seems that masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. Self-same merchant also sensed danger ahead and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? Yeah, I'm sorry, Hibaru, but I'm on a quest. Alamigo Megan Bandit you had a run-in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head toward Little Alamigo over in southern Thanaland. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favorite destination of those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Uda. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wasteland they live in. And for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not so warm welcome. I'm not certain how much a help she will be, and it just so happens I have a daughter who are relocated to Alamico. Her name is Hihiara. It shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. While you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. So this is it, then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while, call some friends, fiends, spin some coin, or what have you, but something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. Alright. Now we are headed to the southern Thanalan. Thankfully, I've already unlocked the teleport. Right. Why, yes, he borrows my father. He said what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that, oh, I'm sorry. Shouldn't bother him with my family matters. But I am grateful for you delivering that message. Now then, what brings you here? A masked man. I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells. One of the others may have seen something. I recommend you first speak with Gundobald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Great. More of the same, huh? Hello. Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Now, I'm Xravi. I'm looking for a big, giant masked man. Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should we help you, pray? You're enough without having to answer the whim to every outsider. You are not welcome here. Begone! Yep, that tracks. Tracks for every little thing, huh? Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, that tracked. Given how this adventure has gone, yeah, no, that tracks. Well met, adventurer. I'm Giselbert, head of security here at Little Almeida. I heard tell you've had business with Gunnabold, knowing the bristly old bear. I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to the hardships, refugees don't trust anyone but themselves, not even my men. I can't get so much as a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man when I can. And you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what's brought you here, might be as I can lend a hand. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on lookout for Jaws just south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they are like to have seen it. I had in mind to take them each a cup of sweet Thanalan tea so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all more willing to tell you what they know. Let's hop on our trusty bird and get going. Oh no. you're back. So did my lookouts have aught to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. You're going to get any further in your investigation, seems to me that you'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. Welcome back, Extrave. How fares the investigation? I see. Given all that they have suffered, it is of little wonder that the Alamegan refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. They've had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. Compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take on all those who are displaced. Result, a great many Alamegans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more could be done to ease their hardships, but nothing sort of reclaiming their homeland wouldn't be a lasting solution. Let's deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. I would go with this heavy iron flanger, but I don't really like the piece of gear that has, like, multi-piece to it, so we're gonna go with just the body. Your Alamegan comrade is named Heribert. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards that endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Heribert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. Okay. Curious. Huh. Neat. Okay. If it isn't a Kravis Zognos, the Scallions, I think so. Is there aught I can do for you? You wish to win the trust of the people of Alamigo? That is a daunting task, my friend, even for our own countrymen. Like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamegan resistance, you see. I left in favor of joining the Scions. My allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains ever the same, the liberation of Alamigo. Yet, whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the Resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Alblada, and she is a resident of Quarry Mill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. Huh? Hang on. Let's head somewhere where we can look at the map with the Aetheryte Crystal so we know where we're supposedly supposed to go. Does it say? Let's go to the journal. Let's go to the journal. It should tell me where. I have to go all the way to the shroud. Duh. No wonder it wasn't appearing on the map. You want me to introduce you to the Resistance? How? Why the heck should I do that? Give me just one reason. Herbert sent you that worthless... He abandons his comrade, his woman, and now he has the gall to ask me for a favor. Simply incredible. I mean... Look, I realize, Herbert, only doing what you felt was right. He's a good man, and if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. Yep, look there. That's Mefrid, a captain of the Resistance. We can give you what you need. Man, a lot of people really don't like a lot of people. Let's at least see what this weapon crate gives us. Maybe I should have used that on the... whatever. I doubt when I hit recommended. Yeah, no, it wasn't going to give me anything. Excuse me. I am nope. Busy with me, adventurer. Captain! It's Galleon, sir. His wound's gone infested and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. God dang it! I asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused so that the finger, if Galleon dies, his blood is on their hands. These quarry mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to help later. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. As we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death, please adventure, go to her and try. Okay. One of my friends is in bad shape. I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. Not to help truly, but they're my countrymen after all. And that means going against the elemental's will. I've been at quarry mill long enough to know that how terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlian, the Hamlet's resident here. If you take the matter to her, might it be as she'll listen. Though I wouldn't get my hopes up. I didn't mean to hit that. You wish to aid the Alamegans. You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the 12 Wood. All outsiders, be they babes at the breasts of men grown, are judged of a night, whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamegans' petition has been denied. Harsher it may seem, they do not have leave to receive the wood's bounty. Never has it been since the immemorial, ever shall it be. Why? Dude, why? Like, I'd be then the bloody hero, might as well kill Galleon herself. Spit on the elementals and spit on the bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. Yeah, I can't blame you. All things considered. All things considered, I can't blame the man. I led my men to Quarry Mill, hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-hearted men here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hex, Galleon can't even stand. As you know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I have no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. And my homeland, long antelope horn, is a traditional remedy with poison prompting properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd forever be in your debt. Okay. Gotta go back to Alamigo. Little Alamigo, I should say. Because we have to go back. I have to assume that's where he wants us to go. Right? No? Oh. Well, I'm stupid. Paul, when he said in my homeland, I was assuming that they wanted us to... Okay. Alright, game. Alright, I see it. I see ya. I see ya. Alright. I just realized something. I need to put one of the stuns back up there. I'll put it on put it over here, cause yeah. Go. Time to head back. Got your horns, Mifrid. Dun 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 dun. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got your 4 horns with you. I do indeed. Your gods and adventure, praise Ralka. There's at least one man in this place who gives it to him. Now you just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Bascarin, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said that he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing that he runs a tavern, he's like to have tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns to him and have them ground down. When that's done, bring the power back, give it to Falmon in here. Godspeed. Aye, aye, Captain. So we gotta go back to there. Let's go ahead and teleport. I gotta remind myself where he... Oh. Really? He's that close? Okay. Swear, sometimes MMOs do this thing of, like, having quests be, like, jointed together. Also, from what I'm seeing from our analytics here, maybe I should have started streaming at 12 instead of this 10 a.m. start. It just works better for me if I do it at 10, as far as today goes. Speaking of streams, I do apologize that this might be the not the last week, but the, like, a very soon end of streaming for a bit. At least for the rest of this week, anyway. Ah, Xravi, here beside us sore eyes. How far as you mentioned rolling in the coin like there's tomorrow, no doubt? You got something to show me. Well, look at these. Oh, these look like good old animal bones. Need them ground down to make a medicine, you say? Spare it, I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I am no stranger to the remedy. An Alamingan friend once used it to treat my festering wound years and years ago. Safe to say, he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamingan soldier in a quarry mill. Heh! So it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as needs it. Oh, and don't worry your little head about payment. I still owe you a deal more for your... I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. Fair enough. Yeah, no. After this stream is done, there will be no streams. There will likely be no videos as well this week. There's a lot going on this week. I have several things IRL going on that I can't physically do streams. If I do one, it'll probably be Thursday and roughly around 2 o'clock, but that one is going to be if I can. That'll be an if I can. And if I feel up to it after work. It is well to see you return. Have you the medicine for our brother? God bless you, adventurer. I'll see that guy and receive treatment at once. Please, will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him, and keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. Pick up the silver pieces. Adventure Galleon's gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. What? Should be walking around, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine, his condition's likely to deteriorate where it was before. Or worse. I need you to help us find him quickly. Start by asking Albright. It might be as the woman's seen something. I don't really want to talk to her. Finally, it's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Quartermail some time ago. He left me a sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers cannot bear to be a burden any longer. And is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to the enemy. Blast it. Would I had known what he was thinking, I'd stop this folly for myself. The love Galleon bears for his brother is so strong, he's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood in his weakened state is suicide. Yeah, I can imagine. Out of the wilds, alone, that fool. That great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the woods for Galleon. Please, help us find him before something terrible happens. Oh, boy. We have medicine for you, pal. It's probably already dead, too, you know? Holy moly, that's level 45. Well, Goblin. Really? Really? Galleon! Captain, but why? Should all be on your way. Who do you take us for? Wild Amigans? And other Amigans never forsake one another. Hardships be darned. Remember the earth we swore God's done it? The earth to reclaim our homeland? We'll set foot on El Amigan soil again, together or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let's return to our brothers, and no, I don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. Can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I'll be seeing you back at Quartermail. You know, you just saved the man, and... No, whatever. It literally, quite literally does not matter. I'm expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Click. Now the things are relatives. I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend of mine. People ask me anything, and it's yours, so long as during the pure little El Amigo. That's all. Far be it from me to question your desires, of course. Very well, I will provide you with a letter to show the gold. The old bear was my mentor when I just first joined the resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I have no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Finally! Now we head back to Little El Amigo. Become highly recommended. By Mefrid. Okay. When you return, you are not welcome. I thought I made that clear. You spoke with Mefrid. It's been so long since I last heard from him. I had feared him dead, well be praised. Whoever you are, Mefrid sees you as a friend, and any friend of Mefrid is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek. I'll tell you what I can. Hey! We finally have something! What does... I'm curious on what Hihihara wants. Oh, it's just an attempt to let the refugees start. An outsider resembling a masked stranger was reportedly seen appearing near... has been reportedly been appearing near Little Amigo of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about this. But they are not like to yield the information regularly to an outsider, so if you tell them I sent you, though, they may feel well obliged to talk. Oh boy. Thunderbolt sent you. Listen, I told them it was a bad idea, all that tripe about believing the masked man. Oh, you don't know anything about this. Why didn't you say so to start with? They can expect me not to think I'm in for it. Uh-oh. Masked man, no idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. Uh-huh. Sure you haven't. What? Have I been meeting any masked men lately? Let's say nope. Can't say I have, but I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for. At least one of you is honest. It's fun. There's a bunch been skulking right suspicious like. I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and there's trouble, mark me words. So, 3 of them are lying, 1 is telling the truth. Sounds about right for... the way this story goes. Sounds about right for how this story's gone. Waste of time. You have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them. I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know what once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, that same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Alamigo. Not what do, but to depose him in an usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution, alright, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. El Amigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such time. The young ones know this not unless we intervene. They are like to commit a great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I will think you bring word to me. Let's pick up the high potion, because that is definitely more useful. And we're level 35 now! Interesting. Let's go ahead and pick up this, I feel. I already know that that's not better than what we have, so that's good. Hey, adventurer, you done talking with the old bear? I've got a message from you. From Wilred. That's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you want to Gundabald and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over the craggy area north of here. I'm going to say it's a trap. I'm going to say that's a trap. But, let's go ahead and spring it then. If it's a trap he wants, it's a trap he's getting. We'll head to the, yeah, we'll head to the, Paladin quest here in a minute. Once we get, this done. Because this just screams trap. this screams trap. And this just screams trap. We're coming, friends. There's no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you, discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you swimming about? Did the Empire send you or someone else? Coral got your tongue? No matter. Who it is for you, meddling ends here. Get him. Oh my god. You really are stupid. You foiled our plan. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us, bloody all you like. Nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it we'll reclaim our homeland. Oh no. They're gonna summon a primal. They're gonna try to summon a primal. I know that's bold words, but... Also, I'm just gonna teleport. We're just gonna teleport. It was a trap, but not in the way that I thought. Also, why didn't we say what we're looking for? Oh, because he already knew. Attacked by Wilred and his cronies, that they would go to such lengths for the sake of this plan of theirs, not to their own devices. The young fools are like to harm others. If not themselves, must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. Okay. With that, we are now gonna go back to Ul'dah and learn of the Paladin quest and see where the Paladin quest takes us. And then we'll be back to do more main. I have to assume that we're gonna have to fight a primal here soon. Let's go to the Chamber of Rule. You have earned the right to call yourself a paladin, but how do others treat you? Do they recognize you for what you are? Remember that fancy swordplay and well-polished armor do not make you a paladin. You must be just in your heart and strive always to be an exemplar of true virtue. Once not so long ago, the Sultan's Sworn could walk the streets with the head tied high. When they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with preference and gratitude. And no one was more respected than my captain, my predecessor. When I first saw him, I was still a child. My father had promised to take me to a local festival, but somewhere he took a wrong turn. We became lost and stumbled into a secluded back alley. Luck was not with us because the next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd. We were caught between them. There was no way out. It was only a matter of time before we would be struck. And that's when the captain saved us from a plight. I've never seen a sword move so swiftly. It flashed faster than even my eyes could follow. And in seconds, the hunters were on the ground and were fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street, slicing at their heels, before my father had time to think. I mean, even today, I see the captain as he was then. Blood on his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. After that, all I ever wanted to be was a paladin. I would practice endlessly with my sword. And so the years passed, and before I knew it, I found myself named Captain of the Sultan's Sworn. Yet, triumph was hollow, because by then, the honor of the Sultan's Sworn elite, that very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige. Like the discarded banner of a defeated foe. There's are many reasons to the fall for the fall, but the loss of Oathkeeper. Yes, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan Sworn by the true Sultan of Eldar. Oh my gosh. Yes, Oathkeeper got lost. The Sultan... In outer Luneskia, near the Helmet Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Okay. Alright. We need to go to Lunesca. Or Lunesia. Goodness gracious, that was a lot of info. My goodness. I stopped reading it because it was just boring. That dude drones on. Alright, let's figure out where we have to go. We're gonna go journey, and then map. Ah. Western Lunesia is probably our best spot to go to for this. Yeah. Alright. That's fine. Let's go there then. Let's go to L-Port and we'll make our way there. We'll probably try to take the ferry to get to where we need to go. Or it being that I had to teleport there, we would just teleport there, but we don't. Let's get going. And for this, I'm actually going to be quite quiet, because there's not a lot to really talk about. So, we're just going to kind of chill. That didn't really help us, but that definitely gets us closer. Let's head to the place where we need to be. Let's get this, let's get this done. I will say, it's kind of fun to think about, but I have, like, interacted with so much more content in this game due to the whole, like... due to what we've been playing, so... Alright. Go ahead and grab the Chocobo Keep for a minute. Go. Tune here, because you never know, you might have to teleport. You just never ever know. Because sometimes teleporting is necessary. Bamulja. Okay. So different than the, don't want to attract enemies right now. I just kind of want to get through. I'll just keep going. Just go. Lots of kobolds around. Oh god. Didn't realize. Gotta move. Leaned right into a, right into a bloody... Keep going. Keep moving. Go. Grab that. Now let's get... Nope, that's not it. Alright. Whew. You've got to be kidding. That it? Oof. Ooh. That was something. That was something. Hold on, you have taken the skills I taught you and made them your own. I do not have the word of where the traitor is hiding, but I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. Cool. Queen's near that wilderness. Okay. Oath gauge. It's the strength of a paladin's oath, which increases the, Strong oath is required to execute zero actions, such as Sheltron and Cover. Acquired at level 45. An intervention acquired at level 62. Will grow weaker upon using them. Using certain actions will increase the oath gauge. This symbol indicates the defensive stance Iron Will is in effect, which increases enemy. Okay. Okay. So we can't use Shieldtron just yet. What does Sheltron do? Reduces damage taken by 15%, so that's an incredibly useful ability, huh? Okay. And it looks like I have a place that I can go. Nope. I have an idea. Let's head back to the little Alamigo, because that's where we need to be. But I have an idea as to how I'm gonna test how that works, and whether or not where we need to place it. Because obviously, Shield Bash and Sheltron probably should be over on the right side. Which means we should probably... I have an idea. We'll put Arm's Length where I struggle with that. I don't want to put it where Interject is. But I also need to have a... Okay. So, we should probably put... I got an idea. Because Sheltron is a mitigation skill and not a... Yeah. And then keep Sheltron there, and we'll just click that and that. There we go. Okay. Alright, before we interact with our main man, I want us to go over and challenge and fight something. Because I want to make sure that the Paladin, that I understand what we are supposed to do with the Paladin gauge. So, I'm gonna hit Shield Lob. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's... I see. Okay. Alright, I got it. I understand. That wasn't, like, super necessary to do. I didn't really want to do that, but I wanted to make sure that I understood the, objective. Understood how I'm supposed to do that. So, using abilities will make me able to do that more consistently. Got it. And it's a way to reduce incoming damage on me. It's a more tanky answer. Wow. Will Red mentioned obtaining a power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundebold, I... Bertalina, gods preserve, what happened? I was out foraging when the Cause Brigade came. They took me to the hideout and then the whole while they laughed at me. They said I'd suffer because I had clinged to hope. Is it wrong to dream of hope? Is it wrong to call ourselves other Megans? You're not heeding such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong, and I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know this? Will Red, he saw me outside. He was so angry. I must tend to Bertalina. In the meantime, I need to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear they may do something rash. They're all gonna die, probably. I have to imagine that none of these... Seems like it's only the, What those animals did to Bertalina is unforgivable, and to think they look down on us. So humiliation no more. I'm with Will right to the bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few lizards. It's gotta be above. Ah, talk to the man himself, huh? Do that last. Almighty Ral, good Lord of Destruction, we implore you. You lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of your people. Did it interfere again? Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for the crimes. You're an idiot. They're going to summon a primal for no reason. Because of petty, foolish desires to claim a kingdom that no longer exists. Do you realize what primals do? Gone, the whole lot of them, then is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own, but exactly is what they mean to do. Nothing there for the map of Xanarak. Wait, you said Wilfred spoke to Crystal, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to. By the gods, this is rank madness! Young fools are untrained and unblooded at all. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amuljai are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yards of the crystals. They are headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's too late. Oh boy. Oh boy. Part of me wonders what Exrave has to be thinking at this point. Like, how many more times do we have to talk about talk to people who are trying to summon a primal and realizing that summoning a primal is a horrid idea. Here we go. See what this does. Did no other survive? This is all wrong. Getting the crystal was supposed to be the start. We were going to reclaim our home. Pull yourself together, lad. We were going to make an offering of crystals to Ralga to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. By the sneak in his hand, Ral can make off with the lizardman's cash, but they caught us and so many dead. Gods, forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your souls! Oh, good. Now we have a ginormous fight. I regret our young one's transitions, but a soul is too high to price for your youthful folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the other Megan people. This hope I will guard with my life. Oh, time to kill him. Yay! Death to Almalcha! Why is it turning that? Oh, because the ability doesn't exist. They let me use the spirits within, they just don't let me use the, Holy moly. There's a lot of you. Okay, there we go. Oh. There we go. Your skill at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youths could learn much from a man like you. The battle was won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to our little amigo. Oh wait, you come on this way. We've got to get the crystals. They're right there, ripe for the picking. Have you learned nothing, Wilred? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate of those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about... The masked man said we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Raga. He swore... Enough! We'll hear the rest of the story, the sorry tale, back in Little Alamigo. I dare say Atrabe will wish to hear it as well. No, I will. I definitely will want to hear that. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not doing riding them out all the way there. I'm just teleporting. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No more lies, Wilred. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Ralgra, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. Once I desperately believed that we could raise ourselves from this squalor that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known there's no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wheelred. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to find who we are. Where we may be, Alamigo lives on with us all. It is for you to decide what to make of this legacy, but whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it all to this adventurer and outsider. I won't, I promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. You would have failed. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. The old amigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you all will always be welcome here. And that takes care of that. Would we had more information to offer, but that what Wilfred told you is the extent of our knowledge of the Masked Stranger. To uncheck that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you will find and put a swift end to the creature, for the sake of young ones who died by his poisoned words. And now we have to return back to Minfilia. And we'll use the Vesper Bay 8th right ticket to do so. Oh, man. I'll go back, Charlie. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? Planted the knowledge of summoning an impressionable young mind, you say? That's the kind of deception the Asians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be contributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by a malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this while things remain quiet in the primal front. All work and no play makes Minfilia a dull scion. Did you say something? No, nothing, my lady. Ahem. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. You betcha. Minfilia has another lead for you to pursue. While you were attending to business in Thanalan, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habrea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the self-same area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off, 12 willing. You will pick up La Habrea's trail once more. Naraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray, speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Exrale. Oh, boy. Where are we on our journal? What was this plus 27? Still, like, almost 8 to 9 levels higher than it. Walking One is to investigate the Sinister One. Then heed this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One in Ashcrow Consortium. According to a friendly one, a digging one named Medgrod had an encounter with a scary masked one. This masked one is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One, Medgrod. Digging One is to be found at Falgrode Float in the North Shroud. Your name's Clive? You don't look like Clive. Sorry, I come on behalf of the students of Baldesion. You address me as Clive. Is there some reason you are still here? Please carry on. I am not here to see you. Okay. Sure. Stola. We have a lot of people in here. Now, two types of Alamegans. Fools who wish to fight back, but not how, and cowards who have chosen to run from the worries. The young man over there is a striking example of the former. Me? I'm the latter, or couldn't you tell? Okay. They said the North Shroud, so we gotta go to the Fallground Float. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I look death in the face. He's only a matter of time before he comes for me. Just like he came for that poor woman. Medrod is traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm. No, come on. Yeah? You're right, it's not as bad as it seems. It seems terrible. See, I saw something terrible, that's true, but that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. If I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man, garbed head to toe in black. And a hideous fiend in tow. A ringed creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman. One glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instance, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his will. That is not the case, but... What? Rescuing the same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Mildred's hysteria ever again. Alright, teamwork. That's what I wanted to wait. I haven't been that bad, have I? At any... At any rate, I am playing out this adventure. It's the least we can do. Cool. Cool. Dun, dun. I think there's a proposal to make concerning your... So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin, Noah Ziz, could inflict such wounds. That's why some folks are pointing their finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer's that simple. For the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths. Okay. Well, we've got some murdering to do, so let's go ahead and head that way. Okay. I'm understanding how that works now. I understand how the paladin controls work. I am understanding that. You've already seen to this is good work, adventurers, and you were able to find art to suggest that the creatures are our culprits. Nothing. Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects. It's the masked man and his winged eyeball. Okay. Oh! 2 quests. There's been something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I watch myself, eh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor going around. There's some as a whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went to the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating. Yes, it does. What do you got for me? There is something else. Something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrod's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medrod's. I was holding home another day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in the gaze of a giant bubble. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without looking back. I summoned at the rocky area west of here. Cool. So, we need to go to the west, eh? Totally fine. We'll do both of these. I'm gonna have to fight my way. Okay. spot. Oh no. Ouch. Gonna have to fight this thing anyway, because it's gonna make me anyway. We now know that that was just a spider, not a spot. Lightning aspected crystals. Are we gonna have to fight Ramu anyway? That has to be connected to Ramu. It's gotta be... Oh, I need to do that, by the way. It's gotta be connected to Ramu. Most folk are scared to go within 100 yards of Rock of, Rancor. It has a name. One of few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Huh? Why are these just your garden variety crystals? 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. Must have said, hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Look, I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. A monstrous Banemite appeared, and you slew it. That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Follow Goblin. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service, and you have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder. And that's level 36. I'm gonna show by the death of a new development in the murder investigation. They've been no promising leads to the murders, and I can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing the killer is still at large. Anyway, your furbows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I have been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a Banemite. But you and I were miles apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, a adventurer friend here had a run-in with the Banemite at the very spot you claimed to see the fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know. I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. He's serious, but listen. Maybe it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be... Gods, of course! Must be more than one of the buggers. Now get so obvious what that means. Since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. I do believe we're out of our depth. We have to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. The light burns to know the truth. Some things are best left unknown, unless you have forgotten. I was at the rocky area to the west today in my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Well, our friends here are of literal no use. So 8 levels higher than the quest that we're on, which is frankly a little disturbing. Oh, it's down there. Well, hello, floating eye. Okay. Is there aught I can assist you with? God be good, not again. How many bodies I see? I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight, poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the Central Shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common, though. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of... Despite engraved with the lily motif, the very same object was found upon another. From a family. That of an organization, perhaps. I dare to hope this will prove pivotal in solving the murders. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need to continue investigation. It isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals. You have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on our work. If I might make a suggestion, you might I want to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mion. Mayhap someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Time to go to good old Gridania. We have not spent a lot of time in Limsa. Good evening, dear. Sorry by your grim expression. I suspect you aren't here for scores and herb tea. Well, isn't this a lovely button? The engraving is quite exquisite, artisan level quality, I would say. Fineness on a dead body, lovely. I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetheryte Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Needs help tracking down the owner of a button. That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on. Show me what you have. Seems to be a manner of decorative button reminiscent of those worn by families of old. I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring them in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania does, it would be Signgweld over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a foreign name basis. Okay. Then we need to go to the Lancers Guild. Which is kind of funny that we're going to the Lancers Guild when that is one of the DPS classes that I was thinking of doing. It believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption. Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. This one is certainly well to do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's ward northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me of late. There has been a man who is perpetually seen at a bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Yosandel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. Just saying he can tell you a thing or two about it. Gotta go over that way. Alright. Well, let's head that way. The sigil of the Dotcana's family. How? How is it you came to be in a possession of that button? And the body of a murdered woman, her face... Her face? Was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's menace and free her from her torment. Okay. I was once a man summoned in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Dartencourts. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the hotel. Fair summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers, refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons until one day, without warning, we began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed it would help her regain with that which she lost. She had lost, so began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day where my lady bound one of her handmaids to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade obedient servant that I was. But when the time came to return to my house, my legs refused to move. I knew that I could not go back to that place, nor not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Huck Manor, my home, for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Emmerdine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put that matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. The lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawk Manor on the western edge of the Central Shroud. Go now, go and do what must be done. Please tell me that this is another dungeon. Come on! This has gotta be another dungeon. Has to be. There can't be... It can't be that we're just not allowed to have another dungeon. I've been kinda waiting for a moment like this where I can actually have another... It is another dungeon! Yes! Because now I can finally explain how we got to have the other class be fully leveled up and upgraded. So, something that I noticed that was extremely helpful is right around level 16, you unlock the ability to do duty. Like, right around level 15, you get the unlock for duties. And one such duty that you can unlock pretty early, once I figure out where I'm supposed to go, it's on this branch. But, at 15, you notice that we unlocked duties and were able to do them. Well, once you do that, in Duty Finder, something that I noticed is this. Bonus, you get EXP, and it's a random draw of the dungeons you get. You get from level 15 all the way up to 24. Now, this is going to be our next most recent one, meaning that we can level up a character very quickly. Level up classes really quickly. All we have to do is get to level 15 to do so. Which makes it super easy and super good to do if you're working on a new class. But, that's all I'm going to say about that. I went entirely the wrong way. We gotta go down. We gotta go south. Alright. Yeah, no, that is definitely extremely helpful. That's how I got the, Nope. Wrong way. It's starting to get very frustrating. Head towards this fate. Is that a more ball? Yeah, it is. Holy moly, that's a ginormous more ball. need to run away from that. That's ginormous. Oh no. Ah, come on! Get up there, you stupid bird. Thank you. Holy cow, there's so many floating eyes here. We finally have a new dungeon, friends. Finally. Been waiting for this for the longest time. Hawk Manor, now accessible. A regular duty has been added to the Duty Finder and Duty Support. Beautiful. So, we are going to enter this with a party of NPCs, because there's no point in just not. It just doesn't seem like a terrible idea. And then later on, we will, when I get another class built, I'll be using the level. Especially for the summoner that I made. Hi! Ah! Traditional fashion, haunted mansion. But yeah, no. I really, 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 really love the idea of having of the Duty Finder. I do. Anyway, let's move on. Let's do this thing, baby. Alright. We have quite the adventure to go. I do want to look around first, because obviously once we... Oh my... Why did it... Yeah, no, this place is, rather uncouth. Go. Yeah, don't you worry. This will be used later on for leveling purposes. Much, much later on, honestly. Oh, by the way, anything that's not the paladin is not going to be worked on. Sorry, but no. Alright. Dead. I have no idea what was mad at me. go. All this is doing is reminding me of the time that I played a D&D game where I was playing as a cleric and my friends that I was playing with were playing as a Oh, hey. Are you the key that I'm looking for? You obtained a tiny key. Oh boy. Is this one of the ones where, like, that... Okay. Alright. That's the... I believe that would be the exit. No, that's the exit, but that doesn't lead anywhere. Okay. Let's, let's head back. I saw a locked door, so... There's this locked door here that has to lead somewhere. We're looking for the green key. I feel so bad for these maidservants. That'd be a miserable existence getting turned into these things. Oh, that's not what I was looking for, but I'll take treasure. And down goes the attic bed. Got fine wax. Okay. Ooh. Couple enemies in here. See a flying eyeball. Go. Oh, come on. Really? No sense in taking the senseless damage, but the maidservant is the more dangerous of the two. But yes, to continue my story of the D&D thing, which also, shocker, I play D&D, but Manor Sentry, huh? Okay. Some might say, why do you like tank so much? This is why. I can I can do this all day. I can do this all day. This dungeon's neat. Okay. There we go. If I could use the, oh no. Good job, guys. I didn't even finish my story, but yeah, this entire dungeon is reminding me of that story where we were in a haunted mansion. It was me, a cleric, and 3 bards and a sorcerer. And basically, we were supposed to kill who we were after. Ah. Holy moly, how big is this place? Let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs. I don't think we're supposed to be down here yet. Let's go upstairs. Back upstairs to the ground floor. I do believe it wants us to try to... Okay. Oh, huh. Interesting. We're gonna use the lock key down here. There's a treasure coffer. Okay, that's something. Okay, maybe we do need to go downstairs. Because clearly we need to. Just gonna jump down here. Okay. What? I hit you. Man, this has gotta be painful to watch as I struggle through this. Look, once you learn a dungeon, it's not that bad. Like, once you learn which way to go, it's not, like, the worst. Like, it's not the worst thing you can do. There we go. So we can't go that way. A carnation door is not able to be unlocked. Let's open this door. See a treasure coffer. Do we see anything else? No. Okay. Another item. Go. Would love to be able to do my paladin abilities. Which I think it's kind of weird that it doesn't let you use them when you're level 31. If you can get my meaning. 2 tiny keys in this one room. No, we're gonna grab both of them. Yeah. I don't see any reason to interact with those. I really don't see any reason to fight all of them. Don't think so. You can't go after my friends. Stay on me, friend. Alright, we have 2 locked doors. Let's unlock both of them. This one seems to be kind of a trapped. Oh, nope, there's a treasure. go. Some of this stuff's going to my, my other class. Lots of enemies in here. Looks like they're all skeletons. Alright. Let's head back to that Carnation door. And that's where we need to go next. Welcome to the stream. If you're just now joining us, we are playing some more Final Fantasy XIV. As it has been the main game that we have been playing for quite some time now on streams. I am hopelessly having a problem with this game. Alright. Seems like we've got a couple, we've got two, healthy dudes looking at me. Hey guys, where's the healing at? I'm about to say, like... What'd she do? Change all these guys and, changing targets so we can get rid of this guy. And there we go. Ah, and that takes us back up to the... here, and then we can do... Oop. Break the back, break that down. Aha! Oh, that's creepy! ha ha. Let's do this thing. Oh, jeez. Come on. There's gotta be a way to break that. Am I not seeing that? There we go. Whew. Whew. That one's a fight. That one's interesting. So far, that's the most interesting fight. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Oh, two of you now. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal light, much less three. The crystals make you strong, and it is so that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your pleasant course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength to Master La Habrea. A task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. ta-ta for now. Fare you well, bringer of light. You know, if these guys keep tempting fate, I will want to murder them. Whew. Alright. You might as well head to New Gridania just to get to that, position. Phew, boy. And as sad as much as I love playing, we are gonna have to end pretty soon. Not because I want to, mind you, but unfortunately, we do have a hard time out until about 1:30. You are returned! What sights awaited you in the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. So she went so far to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encounter are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment but by silence? But by my silence, I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am better to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Oh, poor man thinks that he's the problem. I really don't think he's the problem, given this scenario, but... However, let's return to Minfilia, since our task is just about done. We unlocked that dungeon for EXP level grinding. That's nice. And that'll actually be helpful for my level 30s. For the summoner that I have. Because that'll be a good EXP grind. Cutscene. Nope. Welcome back, Gixrave. From the glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the 12th Wood? 2 of Lavabrea's mentioned. They sought to measure your strength by their own admission. The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt that the Asians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we know to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the 3 nations to the presence of this elusive enemy and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of mystery in the world that the Asians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what we may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope. For that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready. Be brief and I will summon the others. Looks like we're gonna be hunting another primal, baby! Maybe we'll be doing stuff with Y'shtola this time. I would have to hazard a guess that's where we're headed next. Let's see if any of the stuff that we picked up is better. It is! We have a shield that we can equip, a helmet, and a couple things. Ooh, okay. Beautiful. Yeah, no, that was these two are absolutely good. And we got a new shield, too. I like that shield. That shield's wonderful. I like the shield. It looks good. It looks good. It's a little short for my liking, but, you know. Let's do it. Benfilia is waiting to brief you and your fellow scions on a new development. Okay?
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Hi, Y'shtola.
Yes. And no, it has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
Oh.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
What?
Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlwyb hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept?
I'm part of the Maelstrom.
Thank you.
I kinda have to.
We can't very well send him to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola, can we, Benfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. you may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Woo!
And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would.
Alfino. I said his name wrong that much? Goodness. Alfino.
Capellino, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be.
You got it, boss!
You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
So not only do we have the Asians after us, but we have the Titan thing, the Garleans. Where is the end of our list of enemies? Alright. Curious about something. What's my, 888? Not enough. Here we go. Oh no, I skipped the cutscene. I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. Crap. Alright, we'll go to the journal and learn. Upon arriving at the Maelstrom Command, you are received by myself and pledges the full support of the Maelstrom in the forthcoming cooperation. Before risking direct confrontation with Titan, Ishtola proposes that you learn more about your foe by speaking to the four members of the Company of Heroes, the famous band of mercenaries who defeated the Dread Primal once before. She directs you to the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower La Nesia, where one such individual is said to reside. I didn't mean to skip the cutscene. Oh, that's so annoying. I didn't mean to do that. We have our pathway set before us. I'm going to be quiet for a bit and let us get ahead there. I'm gonna actually check this real quick before I do so. Aha! Alright, we're gonna hop on this, and now I will be a little bit quiet. Ooh. Excuse me. Apologies about the yawning. Waking up early is one of those things. Yeah, no, this is gonna be faster than trying to get here on our own. I'm actually going to go ahead and get off the bird now. That way I can, What level was this quest? Oh, it's straight up 30. We're still 7 levels ahead. Lay down your burdens, son, come train a pint with me. We'll have no time, find the last of 3. Gonna say some venture or just keep staring, eh? You wanna know about the company of heroes? Ah, Hex. Thrice of bleeding fame, can't a mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige ye. Consider yourself lucky, mate. Old Tractom was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it what you wanted to know? Oh, just your basics. Gahaha, so you wanted to hear how the tale of company of heroes best of the primal, do ye? Let me guess, you mean that garbage Titus, eh? Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle like the legends of old. Me and the boys followed for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when we hit the boy, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Oh, just like that. Boy, what's to look for? I'm a gosh darn hero, I'll have you know. The people around here seeing me places, don't tell me you only came... No, that's not what I want. I want this. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactic we used to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so darn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that may have made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Yeah, aye. Do that, then we'll talk. Doing his job for him. Because he's an annoyed man. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Like, that's not that bad. I may have attracted a little bit too much attention. Rat King? Really? Alright. You're mad at me. They were just rats. Yeah, so the beasts are dead, are they? Nice work, Ventress. Save me the hassle of, never mind. Oh, goodness. What? You still asking about how I beat tennis? I don't know, Ventura. It was a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could really rely upon. I'll have to teach you to new, but unless you prove you have what it takes, to face that fat man, I can't in good conscience tell you a darn thing. At the very least, you'd need to be capable of slaying, say, a good boot. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so you ought to have no trouble. Are you serious? Are you serious, dude? Hi, big fella. You again? Then that goo blue that was harassing the Mellors is dead. Something you added in you. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure I should tell you your secret. How? I finished it in like less than a minute! How much more do I need to do? So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you what it takes to raise size. Maybe if we slew a... Back to him. You in here drinking again? If you are, that Gooblu had better be dead. Oh, it's that, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleared the beast in school and to retrust the axe I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask him? He'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Detect him who's to the... or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Declan, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes. Legend originally to that man Titus. Titus? Titus, who the 7 hex is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink, sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Well, you see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of saccharine crap I've ever heard. Both of you, outside, we'll learn the truth of the Mincian way. Talk to him. If you didn't slay that Gooblu, you may consider your contract revoked. The Mincian way. Alright, you know the rules. First man to smash his boulder will be judged. Should I let him have a bit of a chance? Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company here, but I'm begging you here. Please don't dismiss me. I've learned me lesson, honest I have. Save your blubbering tacton. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please, I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. I keep getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work and I panicked. The last job I had was at Costa del Sol. There was this grizzled marauder everywhere everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of yours, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but he went and believed me, so look, his name is Whiskat. Alright? What on earth is that name? He'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the heck that thing's name is. What you wanted, ain't it? So come on, then. Tell the chief to forgive me, it's only fair. It's up to you. That's up to the chief, man. Well, who knew we would actually be heading to Costa del Sol? I don't know why I hopped on that. Pardon, you wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending upon us. If you fancy yourself heroes, then, just serving the tales, be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has been bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. He is blessed with the power that protects him from primal influence, thus he was able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on your way. A man who can't be tempered? Useful, but it will not be enough. The history of the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. We defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we may need to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll give you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you, but I will not send you into Ogamoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Kajuru's escape. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending one of our... Ye gods, man! Have you heard nothing I said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way to Ogamoro. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet, much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa hangs in the balance. The quest can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has been recently seen patrolling the beach to the east. And my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty Hang out with Herring. Play the next and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. God, why does everybody not believe us when we say, hey, we're really strong and we're really good, man? I understand strangers being wary and all that, but come on. Alright, come on. There we go. Unless you think we were cautiously for testing you this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. Claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge that benefits your talents. What? Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit in Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gegajuru wishes to welcome them in an elaborate banquet. While money is no object, not everything Master Gegajuru desires can be easily purchased. Blah 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 blah. Where is this at? Are you serious? I have to go all the way to the South Shroud? You know, this is not worth it, bro. Just to kill Titan? Seriously? And we're almost, like, 8 levels higher than it. That's the part that's driving me absolutely bonkers. Is that materia? Let me be clear, this business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest, traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Dito here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen. No taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, all of those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade, by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven spiller. But what are you waiting for? There's a plenty good Elementoy's egg in the nest to the east of here, just right for the taking, not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. Mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Xrave. You do not need to challenge a Titan. Abandon your quest or your corpse will rot in this swamp. So you're awful. Got it. I love that. Sorry, friend, but we can't abandon our quest just because some people tell us to. We have work to do. Alright. Let's grab this. Hello, giant friend. Go ahead. Stomp. Thank you. down it goes. Nothing scares me, friend. Nothing scares me. At least not yet, anyway. We're pretty strong for what we are. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place, but by your continued presence, I take you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Such bravery, such recklessness, that will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me, I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uda-Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels. Grave. Southern Thanalan. Forgotten Springs. Now, lovely. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Whiskerat sends me. I'm the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. We have a materia. I'm gonna get the Savage Aim one. So we finally have our first materia. So how do we... How does this work? Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that. You did manage to obtain the adamantine egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Noon I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am Noon. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessors before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and why I still hold it, and is why I blah blah blah. Across the desert lies the Eastern Amalja encampment. Oh, goody. Gotta go fight the Amalja. The Amalja. Alright. Here we go. I know I skipped that dialogue, but really, their dialogue is so grandstanding. And so, like, you should abandon your quest. You should abandon your quest. And, like, I understand all that, but come on now. If I've been to 2 different areas to do things, you'd think they would learn. But anyway... There we go. I don't feel like I do not feel like doing that. So, adventurers, our old nemesis dead. There's a fine there's benefits a veteran of countless battles who would make an excellent trophy. The spear belonged to one of his brothers, and maybe when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Gentle, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer, so I shall tell you the ingredient you seek. That's the same as the armor that I have. I'm gonna grab that. And then, curious on how you use this. There has to be a way to... A shame we did not meet when I was still within the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point of dwelling on what cannot be. You have Welwick Warm to hunt. Boy. I apologize for not reading all of that, but, like, really, is all of that important to read? This quest will probably get us to level 38. Which will make it a 5-level increase since we started. And you know, some of the dialogue in this has been frankly just kind of grandstanding as far as like some of the characters. I will do better to read it all, but man, some of it's just there. Like, the background information's nice, and the lore is nice, but like, man, do we really need like all of that extra? You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Your skills as a hunter rival those of the best. I applaud your success, Extravi. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Wisconnet. Wisket? Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. Must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know naught of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek out Wisket for counsel. Ah, but hold on a minute. Since you'll be meeting the captain again soon, there's something I would like you to deliver for me. Yep, that was our level up. Alright. We are level 38 now. We learned Sentinel. What is that? It's not that. That is a... Reduces damage taken by 30%. Okay, so it's the same thing as Sheltron, but more of a, like, insta-cast thing. Well then, in that regard, I'm going to move those two abilities. Because since you're not hitting Sheltron a ton, and Sheltron is really not useful unless you're in, like, a powerful fight, it seems. Unless you're in, like, a big fight, then it doesn't make a ton of sense to do, so... So... There is... that. Alright. Did I? Seriously? Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. No, I was right. No, I wasn't. Dang it. Dang it. We're level 38 now. The captain was always fond of this brand of wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it here on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. And I Wisket was a firm yet fair teacher and expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards. Alright, now let's return to Casa del Sol. Omenix Ravi, Landonel and Udanoon spoke both highly of you. What brings you here today? Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the Noon personally. Now you have but one ingredient. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Truth be told, I never intended you to collect this last ingredient. Brave Flux, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not so long ago, she sent word that she's been having some trouble at Longstop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident herself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I'd like nothing more to aid her myself, I have no choice to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Fault Docks and speak with Huzul Nazon, ready to Rancasture Gully, where Brave Flux and her people have made their home. The things we do for cheese. Hey, we're only like 6 levels higher than our, than the mission that we're on now, though. That's nice. At least things are kinda starting to catch up. I mean that not very literally, though. We are very much going to be, like, over-leveled for the most of this, aren't we? It feels like we will be, anyway. Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why you say you're gonna have a bunch of basemen, but go and talk to the skip over yonder. Yep, take me to Raincutter Gully. Tongue flaps of whiskey at be region the years of pay. Flocks uplanders came for tasty fresh garbly treats, huh? Yes. There's another dungeon. Oh, but we don't have time. We're doing it anyway. I don't care. We're doing it. We unlocked another dungeon. Let's go! We're doing it anyway. After this dungeon, we will be ending stream. That will be where we end stream. Is this dungeon. I'm gonna skip the cutscene, because we don't need to sit here and watch it all. We have our paladin meter, finally. We do not. Why don't we? Is that because we're not level... Oh, it's at level 35. It's at level 35 when we unlock that. Oh, that's a shame. I didn't even think we unlocked a, So that also means we can't use our newly acquired ability. This is the problem, we're too high level, technically. It's because we were marked as level 34. If we were level 30, that kind of drives me nuts. That drives me nuts, because we should have... That drives me nuts because, like, we shoulda. Okay. Aha. Would love to have my paladin abilities. You know? I would love that, but you know, this game decided to not let me have those, so like... We're still too high levels, so that means that the, like, paladin abilities are still, like... Don't you dare. Where's my heal? Ugh. Christ. we have that ahead. Is there anything up here? There isn't stuff up here. Let's... Okay. There we go. Are you gonna move so I can... Thank you. That'll work. That'll do. Okay. Gotta do what we can. I cannot let... Hey? Okay. Go. We're almost there. You're almost there. There we go. Whoa! Well, that's cool. Let's go, let's go, let's go, I guess, because this is gonna be... We're gonna have to fight a dragon, aren't we? Wasn't ready for the dragon to appear out of nowhere. Will you guys stop going after my allies? Stay on me. I hit them with Total Eclipse. That's who they're working on. No. Stay on me. Alright. Here we go. All for cheese, man. All for cheese! Is there any reason to go down here at all? Would love it if I could use the, our shield, the, Sentinel slash, some of our abilities. Hello. This has been... Hi there. How we doing? We're deep in the weeds of a dungeon at the moment. Hope you're doing well, Body Maker. Alright, now it's time to get us... Seemed like that was kind of pointless, but oh well. Let's go. I had to kill a dragon. Yep, we're gonna have to kill a dragon for cheese! For cheese! Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Hi, big fella. Yep. Hope you guys are ready. Almost done. We're almost done. Here we go. Almost there. Yeah, it's time for the... heal would be nice! A heal would be nice! At least we're doing our job well. I take it all back. This is the better... Oh, that hurt. Oh no! Oh, that stings! I died, so that means that we had to... Oh, that's... We had him, too. We full-on had him. That's the first death as the Paladin. Honorable death as it were. I don't like that we died. I can't believe we got hit by that. No way! How did I... No shot, man. Okay, we're safe so far. Really? Doesn't even matter. Okay. Come on. We did better that time. We've done better that time. That went better that time. He's almost down. Yeah! We got him! Let's go! We did it! Oh! Oh! That was, quite the battle for some cheese, man. I don't know if that was entirely worth it. Only Uplander has things of gobby flock. Mighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted. Brave Flock's happy gives tasty fresh gobbly treats to clever Uplander. Cheese, a stinky sweet gobbly treat. Special made with secret gobby hearts. No party complete without gooby gouda. Brave Flux ever say? Alright. Let's finish this quest, get our level up, and be done. Because we will be ending the stream after which. Because we have run very long, and I did not mean to. I gather you solved Brave Flock's little problem. Yeah, do you want to hear the story of that? Oh God, it's that unholy stench. This is a definitely goblin cheese. Did anyone to smell? This should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Oh, what? Alright. Alright, friends. That's it. I am going, we are going to end the stream here. It has been a very fun time. It's been great. But I do have to sadly end. I will catch you all next time on the stream. But before... And that is where we're going to end it. So, I hope to catch you all next time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.